because it starts in the school. That's why he said, when you go to school, you become an idiot. And never impose your will on your children. This is another thing that we do. Now, unfortunately, what happens today? Our educational standard is so low. Our education is only for higher education. And the whole country is corrupt. You take any area, who is not corrupt, tell me? How can you be corrupt if you had a good education? If you had a good education and you say, I must work very hard and I must be compassionate, how can you be corrupt? When once you say, I must make more money than the other person, this comparison, because it starts in the school. That's why he said, when you go to school, you become an idiot. What is that first say? Say he is first rank, second rank. What is first rank, second rank? Comparing with others. Competing with others is mediocrity. Competing with yourself is excellence. So you teach a child to compete with itself. It must be a better child tomorrow than what it is today. Not that it is better than another child. That is very bad. When the child goes home, the mother says, you're first rank, bash. When the second child goes home, he says, why didn't you see? Look at that Sami Somaya's child is first rank, you are second rank, you are no good. The child becomes no good after that. Never tell a child you are no good, because it's only positive thoughts must be put into the child, and then only the child will grow. So what is important is you must always encourage. I always tell in educational institutions, a child must get a medal if he or she has improved from 35% mark when he came in to 75 marks. Not 72% compared to another 76%. That's not so good. That is mediocrity. We are encouraging mediocrity in our educational system. We should encourage excellence. Make every child compete with itself. And once you compete with yourself, no negative thoughts. When I compete with others, now a lot of negative thoughts. All the negative thoughts enter once you go to school. Till that time, the child was very, very happy. And as a matter of fact, you can make out from a child's heart. Child's heart is very, very healthy. It breathes. When the child breathes in, the heart goes fast. When the child breathes out, it goes slow. This is called heart rate variability. In other words, the heart rate is connected to the mind. When the child breathes in, heart goes faster. When the child breathes out, heart goes slower. As you grow older and start getting all the negative thoughts and start hating people, etc., then this variability goes. And you reach a stage where the heart is never variable. It's the same when you breathe in or breathe out. Your death is very close. So you are becoming more and more of a inhuman human being as you grow. Education must make you a human being, not inhuman human being. And we have to change our education system in such a way that we should see that educational system itself inculcates self-competition, competition with oneself. Supposing I compete with myself and try to be a better human being tomorrow than what I am today, who do I hate? I don't have to hate nobody. So that's where healthy mind comes, and healthy mind comes with self-competition. Without competition, you will die. You must have competition, but not competing with others. Trying to say, I am a best teacher in the college. No, I am a better teacher today than what I was yesterday. That should be the ideal way to look at, and that's called making a healthy mind. And this is why I always say, education must aim at making a healthy mind, not just a wealthy career. And this is the idea of talking to you today, because I thought you're all educationists, either teachers or educational institution owners. And today, of course, education is one who amasses wealth by the bad means and then starts an educational institution. He's called an educationist. And immediately he gets an honorary doctorate and he calls himself a doctor. And this honorary doctorate doesn't mean anything. Today I'm told you can buy an honorary doctorate also by paying money to some universities. Not all. Some governors are looking for money so that they have so many universities under them. They'll say, you give me 2 crores, I'll get you an honorary doctorate from A university or B university. Because recently one of the vice chancellors of Mangalore University, who was an old student of mine, called me and said, sir, I am having trouble, sir. I said, what? Our governor has taken money from some really bad people and wants me to give them an honorary doctorate. And I am troubled. I said, get lost. Leave your job and go. Why do you want to hang on there? You know, if you want to hang on to the system like that, you have to be a part of it. If you don't want, you get out. The best way is to get out and get going. And this is unfortunate. And this is where education has come to. In short, education has come to making money. Either making money or trying to make money for others. Some of you may not be corrupt, but you make others corrupt under your tutelage. So all that should stop when a mind develops into a higher level. And when the mind develops into a higher level, you become a human being. And that's where our educational system was. Our Gurukula system of education was such that they never used to compare two students. They used to compete with yourself. Our teachers used to make us compete with ourselves. I still remember the days when we were students, when I was a student about nearly half a century ago or little over that. Our teachers never said you become the first rank. They said you improve tomorrow from today. And I still remember my headmaster calling me and saying, okay, you are now much better than what you were. And I appreciate that. Because I was not good in mathematics. And that's why I became a doctor. If I were very good in mathematics, I would have become an engineer. But my headmaster said, no, now you are good in mathematics, you can become an engineer also. But I had made up my mind to become a doctor, so I just became a doctor. I think I had chosen the wrong profession. And when my son came up and said, Daddy, I don't want to be a doctor like you, I said, fine. So he became an engineer. I appreciate that. And never impose your will on your children. This is another thing that we do in education. The father wants the son to be a doctor, so he sends him to the medical school. I have written an article, if you want to, it's in the internet, you read. Want to be a doctor, think before you jump. Because if you are not having an aptitude to be a doctor, you are unfit to be a doctor and a danger to society if you are a doctor. First, find out if you are a doctor. I suggest students who want to be doctors to work as an ayah or a ward boy in a hospital after your PUC for about 2 weeks and see how people suffer. Because a lot of students come and tell you, sir, this is a very interesting case for clinics. What is interesting? He's a 16-year-old boy of the age of the student himself, having 4 valve disease in the heart and imminent, he's dying in another few months' time. And he's interesting for this fellow. And that's the unfortunate thing that we have in our educational system. I say no, he's an unfortunate human being. You have little empathy, you put yourself in his bed and think for yourself. Your future is just a few months. And then you are here for the benefit of the students, and the students come and tap you morning to evening.